Welcome back everyone, this is Toxic Beach and what you're gonna see was the session held on 30th of June. It was a public session. So get your notes ready and what we are gonna say is the basics of toxic SNR.
Okay, so recording is on the way. Perfect. So let's start with the basic, right? So first I will share my view on gold and then I will ask questions from you, what you guys wanna hear. Okay. So first of all on gold as shared on the group for the payback one, I'm waiting for right here. So any bullish direction or any bullish anticipation should come from this. Okay, which level it's a weekly QM, and in QM obviously it's the type 3 one, right? So there's this type 3 support and there is the SNR, right? So I'm waiting for price to tap in right here, and this area particularly will act as liquidity. Now right now what price is doing is price is selling off from this weekly T3 support where it becomes resistance. It's T3 on daily also till H4, right? Till I will say M5, I believe M3, it's T3 only. Let me check it quickly. Yes, so till M3, I checked it was T3, and on M3 it was gap. So it's a perfect level, and price is rejecting from it, so it's good. But because it's weekly level, that means price can go a bit deep. Deep in the sense price can go till this H4 support where it becomes resistance, then make it smooth, or it can just go it down like this from here. Okay. So what we need, because it's Monday, so our direction is Monday, there is no direction. On basis of Monday's closing, we go on Tuesday. Okay. So tomorrow we will know which direction we have to follow. It will be highly A plus setup if price get from here, and then we will get a period direction to start with Tuesday. It will be pretty nice. Okay. So that's the thing right now. Nothing's happening, but price it is price rejecting from the H4 right here. It's also a T2 inverse, bearish T2 inverse. This is the extreme level, and there is this resistance that becomes support. So both level good. Also, we got the previous H4 sweep, H4 candle sweep. Okay. Right now, if this candle closes, this will be a T3 support, and we can get a continuation buy from here. And this area 3300 can be a target if it happens. Say 2 or 26 minutes for the closing of this current H4 candle. So that's my view on gold. BTC, okay, it's going good, but I have no, you can say, interest in Bitcoin. All I'm watching is oil. Okay, oil also tapped right here if you can check, and H4T3 support. Right here, this is the H4T3 support, and I'm waiting for this level for long. A huge discount from the top of the board. Okay, so this is the area when the ceasefires and the fake hit on Iran, that was the time, and a sharp fall, same like a sharp rise. So this area, because remember, if you see the pattern, if price consolidated and give a sharp move, if it comes back in that consolidated area, basic supply demand, it can go up, right? That's the thing. This move need to be correlated, and that's what I'm seeing right now. So if price starts moving, it will be a good impulsive move to the upside. But again, it's oil, so it need fundamental backing. Okay. So that's my view on, you can say, gold and oil. Now, what I wanna do is you guys ask question. For example, ask what do I use it for direction, etc. Any question that you guys think will help you. That's the motive. Okay. T3. Okay. So first starting with this. So what I do is it's the SNR, right? In SNR, there will be multiple, you can say, candle, because SNR focus on closing of the first candle, right? Either resistance or support. This is resistance, this is support, correct? So what I do is I have my two ways, that is type 3 that I denote as T3, and there will be type 2. So these are the two types of SNR I focus on. Just a short view. This these are resistance, right? But it's specific, it's type 3. Why? Because the first candle closing, the wick of the first candle closing is bigger than the second one. So I mark this, and then on one time frame lower, I needed a gap candle. Okay. If this is the process, then I will, you can say, assume it's a valid one. Let me show. In a resistance, the first candle, that's a bullish candle, the first candle wick, upside wick, of course, is bigger than the second candle wick. Then I will go one time frame lower. On H1, I need gap. or either T3. In this scenario, there is neither gap nor T3 exactly on point. So I will not take this level as a valid T3 SNR. Okay. Let's check another example. An example for a valid T3. Okay. Let's say this. Their support will become resistance price trajectory. It's a support, so the first candle in support will be this bearish candle. First candle, it's support, so we'll focus on downside wick. First candle wick is bigger than the second candle wick, which is correct. Now what I need to check is in the closing price, one time frame lower, it needs to be a gap. Okay, right, as you can see, there is this gap. Perfect. So this means I will take this SNR as my key area or key level. If price right here, if you can see, immediately after break, support will become resistance, price step in, and I would take this sell if it align with direction. Okay. So this is a valid type. Now T2, as you can see right here, in T2 we need same color candle, kind of hunting candle, whatever you can say. In this, the second candle wick needs to be bigger than the first one right here, as you can see. No, you can say rule for closing. Right here, this will be my first key level, this will be my second key level. Okay, these are the basics. These are the two type of SNR I use just like here. One bearish candle, another bearish candle, right after it, consecutive bearish candle. The second candle wick is bigger than the first candle. In resistance, you focus on upper wick. In support, you focus on downside wick. Once price close, our first POI is this, our second POI is this. Okay, as you can see, price tap in right here and fly. So these are the two type of SNR, type 3, type 2. Okay, right here. Type 3 means right here. Let's say for a support, this is a bearish candle, and then right after it, a bullish candle appears. This bullish candle can be engulfing like a big candle or can be a small candle. All we need to focus is on the wick. So this is time frame H4. For support, I will check this candle, that is the first candle. I will mark the closing price of it. Firstly, the right here, the first candle wick need to be bigger than second candle in terms of size. So it's obviously big, right? Now, second I will check is I will go one time frame lower, that is H4 to H1, and then I will look for gap. Okay, I will look for gap. If I find gap, then I will assume it's valid. Okay, any question? Let me know if there is any question. After I repeated, is there any query? And case confirmation. Okay, I will try. It will be basic on. Let me know. You got 1 minute if you want to type in any more question. But, mm, okay. See, basic in the sense that is the basic to be honest. But I teach. Okay. So T3, T2 are the first basic, you can say, points that people know in the resources also. Okay. Did you learn SNR? It's completely from my own observation and a friend of mine. Okay. So that is the thing. Like we both discovered and later he goes silent because of some religion thing. Okay. Okay, perfect. So what's the question? Can you repeat? Okay, I repeat. Can you explain anti-confirmation QM? Okay, validator level. So my key level right here. Let me just go back on the chart. So my key levels are like this. Okay. So the first point for my, you can say, breakdown or whatever analysis is the key level. So there will be either T3 that I have discussed, either T2 that I have discussed, and there will be decision level. Decision level is another thing. It's combining T3, T2. So just you can say, okay, T3, T2 you already know. And in T3, T2 there will be, you can say, areas like a normal support, support where become resistance, RBS resistance where become support, and QM or QMTR. Okay. But what happened is at every point, in this point, this point, this point, these are the main key levels, right? The main area in QM left shoulder. These needs to be T3 or T2. No classic SNR like, okay, this is the SNR, right? I will not take it. Perfect. Right here, this is C3, this is C3, this is C3. Of course, you will confirm it, right? And like here, I will not take this level at all because it's not T3. I will not take this level at all because it's not T3. So I ignore classic SNR, okay, completely. Validate level in T3. You got the process of going one time frame lower to find a gap. That's the validation for your key level and basic liquidity. Okay. And for T2, there is no need for anything. A T2 level on its own on that same time frame is confirmed. No need to go any time frame below. In DL or decision level, what my you can say perspective on that is there will be 2 points on left side and right side. Left side will be T3 or T2 level that are getting broken, and the right side will be the level or aka gap. Decision level is the gap level. Okay, right side will break the left side with momentum. So you check once this gap is break, you can say formed. The formation of this gap resulted in break of this T3 support. That will make it as a valid DL level. So whenever price you can say go right here, I will plan my sell. If it's according to direction similarly, T3 support getting broken by this gap level, so it will be my DL. This is my you can say understanding or my view on DL. Perfect. That is the thing. Now let me just give you an example. Yeah, right here. So see, a T3 resistance getting broken by this gap. So this will be DL, and just below that we have a T2 inverse right here, extreme level. Okay, so this is what we call extreme. This is what we call gap level. And once price it's a resistance, break becomes support, right? So there was CL, there was C2 extreme inverse, and price go right here and tap in. And this is all happening on H4 perfect. So those are my key level point. Entry point, I will go further. Let me just check my question. Okay, so you can message me. Okay, let's see. Yeah. There are only resources available. Perfect. Yes. See, the thing is, what you are you can say ignoring is in T3 we are using wicks to identify SNR, but we are marking the closing. In SNR, we mark closing of the first candle. This is body. We are not marking wick. I'm not marking wick as my key level. Okay. In T3, we mark the body. In T2, this is first key level. This is second key level. Okay. DL, a gap, aka the closing of the first candle. This is the body. So at the end, we are using this to identify which SNR it is and is it suitable for us. And then later on, we mark it with the body closure. Okay, got it. Okay, perfect. Basic, that's the basic. Okay, entry confirmation. I will go. It will be confusing. It will be difficult for you. Okay, because it might be something new for some of you. So once we identify the key level, and once price tap on the key level, then I will jump on lower time frame. My lower time frame will be M5, M3, and M1. Okay, these are the three time frames that will be my low time frame or entry. And my entry confirmation is breakout, but breakout of what? Breakout of T3 and T2 candles. Okay, same thing that you learned right here, but on M5, M3, M1. So right here, this is the point when price tap into the key level. Perfect. Now what I want is either in this leg. So either in this leg or this leg, just when price did not tap into the key level, okay? So the first thing is you will see the price action that was made before price tapped into the key level on low time frame. That is a major, you can say, point. And then you will find T3 and T2 level on M5, M3, M1, either of them, okay? So let's start with M5. What I found is this right here. Let me just go back right here. So it will be easy. So this is M5, right? M5, I have resistance that becomes support. On M3, if you check from M5, I go on M3. M3, it is not gap, it is not T3. That means M5 we will disregard. But on M3, again, we find this T3. And then we go on M1. And what we found is this. This is a gap. So that M3, remember, we need a T3 and a T2 candle on lower time frame. Yes, it will be confusing, but that's the thing. New things, they will be confusing, but with time it will be all okay. So T3 we find time frame M3. T2, if you will check right here, I'm on M1 and this is my T2 key level. In T2, we will mark extreme always for lower time frame. Just note down my words. We need T3 and T2 on either M5, M3, M1. From the price action that was made before price step into key level, I will mark them both. And there are some other rules, for example, like this. This is the M1. So I need that my T2 level or T3 level need to have less than or equal to 4 mitigation only, not more than that. So there is this one mitigation, this is two mitigation, break, three mitigation, four mitigation, right? Four mitigation and then price step into key level. Four, okay, if I remember right. And on M3, 1, 2 mitigation. That is also okay. But then we pick the highest time frame. So the highest time frame is M3. So I will monitor any candle closing up, both, you can say EM level, anti-model level, right after price step into key level. So price step into key level right here. Okay, just repeat after me. Price step into key level right here. This is my EM levels. Okay, and then what happened is price close above right here. This is the closing point, this candle, right? But in the end, we will also keep in mind the right here timing. So this is the timing. 5:30. Okay, a new H1 candle giving us entry model. That means it's good. So we will measure the right here. 46 pip. I will enter directly on the next candle. I will enter directly on the next candle with my stop loss below right here. Okay, yep. That will be my stop loss and target regarding this. Okay, or you can target this opposite side candle, but I will love a 1 is to 2. Okay, so yes, it will be confusing in the start. You might be thinking what's happening, but in the end, that is the thing, right? We need price to tap into key level, identify T3, T2 on lower time frame, and wait for price to candle close above those levels, both on the highest possible time frame. Okay. Yes, there are many rules like you have to check for OHLC timing, and I cannot obviously cover everything. Okay, but those are the basic. In the end, it's breakout only, but breakout of what? Breakout of specific candles that we cherry pick, right? That is the thing. Now, CC, what's that? Okay, I don't know what's CC. Mm, okay, so it's not marking liquidity, it's marking the T2 candles. Okay, so the indicator it's for marking the type 2 candles. So if you check, these are the type 2 candles. Perfect. Right here, you can see these are the type 2 candles. Then there is an indicator for T3 also that will automatically mark T3 available. So that is the thing. Uh, I don't know confirmation candle. Win rate, it depends what you can pull off. Okay. So win rate totally depends on one, how good the week is, how good the month is. What I do is I have my win rate calculated every 6 months and it's decent. 70%, 75 around something because I am for only 5 wins a month. I'm not taking 20 trades a month. I'm not taking 15 trades a month. Okay. Lower the trade, lower the chances of losing. Explain your bias. No, I don't use storyline at all. Okay. But my bias is previous year candle. Another, you can say, confusing topic for you all, it might be. But what I do is you skip Monday. Okay. So I start with Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Okay. Let's say I'm trading Wednesday. So what I will check is I will check what Tuesday's daily candle on daily time frame. What's the closing? Okay, so there is this candle. There are 4 points: open, high, low, close. Perfect. So I will check what Tuesday's candle did. For example, right here, let's say this is Tuesday. Let's say this is Wednesday that we are gonna trade, and this is Tuesday's candle. So Tuesday candle was bearish, but what I want to check is the last point, that is this low to close part. Okay, if this low to close part, if it's coming from any key level, by key level I mean T3, T2, or DL on time frame H4, H1, or above H4 daily or weekly. Okay, if there is anything or any key level that's making a rejection like this, then right here, if it's a bullish candle, of course, it will be a bullish key level that will push a rejection. I will buy on Wednesday. If there is nothing, if there is no key level making that low to close rejection like that, then I will stick with the bearish buys. I will, you can say, repeat myself again. I will check the previous day candle. If it's a bullish candle, for example, right here, let's say this is a bullish candle and I'm trading right this way. I will check whether the high to close, the last part for a bullish candle, is this high to close. If it's coming from any key level, like right here, it's coming from a daily T3 resistance, right? So that means this is coming from a rejection point, aka though the, you can say, nature of that candle is bullish, though the nature of the candle is bullish on daily, but it's rejecting from a sell key level. That means when the next day open, I will be bearish. That's my point. And I will only be bearish once price do a continuation from a sell key level. Okay, I will not be blindly selling. Okay, once the day start, obviously I will wait for price to pull back to a sell key level and then I will start selling. That's how I trade every day. No storyline, nothing like that. Mm, mm, you can message me. Sure. Sure. Yeah, you can message me if you want. Anyone who got any doubt, I will try to help you out. If you want, you can message. Okay, can you closing? Can you explain three for testing? Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's a good question. So, for example, right here, hmm, let's say I'm using this as my key level, entry model level, okay? And this is a bearish setup, let's say. So, I want a candle to close below it right here, okay? What I want to see is how many mitigation did this level, mitigation when touch, right? Before price tap into the key level. So assume this is the key level up here and price doing like this. So how many mitigation? I can only see one touch. And then eventually price go and tap into key level. So one is good. Four or less than four is good. Anything above than that, even you can go three. Three or less than three is good. Okay. You want to number yourself so that you know that that level was strong and breaking of that means something significant in the direction change. Okay. And similarly, this is a T3, let's say this is T3, but price tap it, let's say 5 times. Okay. Either way, resistance or support. If price tap it for more than 4 times, I will ignore this as my entry model level. I will pick something else, let's say below right here or on M5, M3, M1, any time frame. That is the thing with EM level. And OHLC, the timing plays a major role in it. Okay, perfect. Any more question? Not everything can be covered, but I will try. I just got around 6, 7 minutes left, then I have some work to go. If you got any question, any, you can say, doubt, you can just shoot your DM right now on the group, on the chat. Your stuff. What's up? About MTF. MTF in what manner? Yep, PDC, we covered the previous daily candle method for direction just right now. Okay, I have one question about MTF. Okay, so another good question. Let's just clear. Okay, perfect. So key level. So what I use is mostly there will be a play of daily H4, H1. I don't go below H1 for my, you can say, key levels. Those are the major time frame that are used every day for every key level most of the time. Okay. So what I do is I don't go over refining. That means if daily and H4. Okay. So right here, let's just pull up an example first of all. Another thing, any key level, it's valid for two touch only. That will count it as like this. If this is support, get mitigated right here. After break, it becomes SPR. This will count it as second mitigation. It will not be first. It will still be counted as second. And once price tap it again, that is third time, we will not use it. That's the first thing. Now, how I work on is, let's say this is my daily key level, okay? And then I will go on H4 to firstly confirm it. Okay, it's confirmed. Now the difference between this daily level and this another H4 key level, you can say big. It's around 100 and yeah, 130. So I will not refine my key level to this level. No, I will treat this daily level as its own individual key level. Okay. What I can do is this is 3369. This is a daily level. I will have this T2 QM mark. So this is a QM left shoulder and this is a T2 extreme. So I will mark this one. So it will be a bit of refinement around 10-15 pips. That's it. I will not do anything more because I'm not entering directly on any key level anyhow. Even if it's a monthly key level, best of the best, I'm not entering right there. Always what I'm doing is I'm waiting for T3 and T2 on M5, M3, M1. That is my lower time frame model. If that thing happen on this daily level, I will take it. If that thing happen on this actual level, I will take it. If there is no entry model, there is no entry. Okay, that is the first thing. So MTF, I'm not going there to always refine my key levels, right? Mhm. How many time zone do you refine? Okay, sorry, but I don't get your question. Yes, type 2. See, type 3 is a different SNR, type 2 is a different SNR. Okay, but all their job is to act as key level and key level on which time frame H1 and above and as entry model M5 or below. So in the end, we are playing with T3 and T2 only. There is no different, you can say, concept in entry model and key level. This T2 on high time frame, it's my key level. And once price tap in on lower time frame, I will again use C2 plus C3 for entry model. Okay. You can DM on Instagram, Telegram, whatever. I will, I'm not there to refine any zone, but right here I can play from a weekly zone. I can play with the weekly refine daily zone. Till H1, I will refine, okay? If I want to. Below H1, no. And the next thing will be I refine rarely because again, as said, my job is to take low time frame entries from the high time frame key level. So refining doesn't, you can say, change anything for me. If I can get an entry model on that high time frame level, I will take it. If not, then from the refined level. Okay. How many times can a zone be used as a mitigation? Two times. Got it? Yeah, perfect. So you use weekly reject line? No, I am not using weekly reject weekly, daily breakdown, nothing like that. As said, I'm not using any storyline concept for my direction or anything like that. All I'm saying is there will be, okay, let me use the simplest language. There will be either sell levels or either buy levels in this market, correct? Either sell or buy. Whenever I'm waking up, there are the two options, right? I have to choose from these two. Now I will check the previous daily candle for my direction. If this says sell, I will ignore buy and focus myself on the sell levels. Once price go toward my sell key levels, okay, I will look for my entry model and other, you can say timing, etc. If model present, I will take my sell. I will bag it either on the targeting pips, that is around 70 something pips, or any opposite side roadblock, that is a buy key level. I will book it right there and I'm done for the day. I'm not looking for buy. Even if the new day open and it continue buy, I will not jump into buy. I'm sticking to one thing, okay? If there is an opportunity, I'm taking sell. This way, I'm eliminating any confusion and I do it each day, a new direction, a new way to focus for myself, okay? That is the simplest. I'm from India, age not disclosed. I'm in my 20s only, young, okay? Yeah, volatility going good. I am from the north. I am near the capital. I guess that's more than enough. All right, perfect. So I believe there is no question. And if there is question, like all my sole motive behind this is the timing, right? There have been many days that we have done some public session, a lot of months. So I decided why not do it, right? And hopefully I have answered some of your question. If you got any doubt, you can message me on Insta, Telegram, whatever you want. If you don't, you're most welcome, right? Hi, Sky. Yeah, sure, ask. Mm, ask it quickly. I have to go somewhere. So what's called right now? As you can see, what price it is priced yet from that H4, T2, and T3 resistance where become support. Then price form a T2 and H1 bullish T2 right here. Price come back on the T2 gap and then price flew. So that was a good entry. And right now price is approaching H1 T3 resistance. And if price want, it can reject from there. That's the whole, you can say, point of view. What's the question? Nah. Near news timing, uh, like okay, M30 and 15 you can only use for key, you can say target, etc. after news volatility. But the thing will be by that time you will have your fixed pip target. Okay, you know how fixed pip we got 70 pips or 1 is to 2, right? That RR. So by that, when price reach that M30 and 15 key level, okay, you will get your target only when there is post news. You can say volume. Anything below H1, no, don't go for entry as key level. And only for roadblock when there is post news, you can say volatility. Okay? Perfect. So that's it for this session. Anyone, if anyone is disappointed and got left with their doubts, you can message me anytime, anywhere, either on Insta or Telegram. That's it for the session right here.